Hey, welcome back to another video here where we talk about everything real estate and the finances around it. For those of you that are new here, my name is Elliot. I'm a licensed real estate agent in Illinois and Wisconsin. And today's topic, we're talking about 5 reasons why your offers are not getting accepted. So you've been at home shopping for a while, whether it's by yourself or maybe with your real estate agent, placed offers and they kept getting rejected. And it's probably why you're watching this video right now. It's a tough market out there, a hardcore seller's market, in fact. However, don't worry, you're not the only one with this issue. Before I go on and share a few reasons why I think your offer is not getting accepted and how to combat these issues, I've got to tell you a little backstory on why I'm making this video. First things first, I love making these videos for many reasons. 1, I feel the content on my channel is informative and everyone should know. 2, it's a great resource for my clients to refer to. And 3, it allows me to provide more value to you while advertising my services. So to make a long story short, yesterday I was at the gym talking to a friend of mine while he told me his cousin was having a hard time finding a home. And of course I asked if he or she was working with someone, and if not, send him my way. Well, unfortunately, he was already working with another agent, let alone it was in a different state in which I'm not licensed. But we got to talking and I found out why his cousin is not getting their offers accepted. My friend asked my thoughts, what they could do, and I gave them my 2 cents, of course, after disclaiming that I have no intentions on stepping on any other agent's toes. Simply, this is what I would do if I were in your cousin's shoes. Now, obviously, I do not want to share their information. However, I thought I would come up with a few scenarios in which you can potentially relate to. Now, the first reason why your offers are not getting accepted in this market is because you have not hit the like button yet and subscribe to my channel. But the second reason is due to your loan terms. In today's competitive seller's market, sellers are either looking for cash offers or conventional offers. If you have a government-backed loan type such as an FHA loan or a VA loan, odds of winning your bid just become a whole lot harder. Here's why. As I mentioned in my FHA versus conventional video, I'll link it in the description somewhere or on the screen, government-backed loans have more restrictions in order to fund the loan. So to keep things simple, when a seller has multiple offers to choose from, which they clearly do in this market, they will most likely choose an offer which require less stipulation. Going back to my example from my last video, if a railing is non-existent on a stairwell and that happens to be an FHA or VA violation, conventional loans won't require one to be put up prior to the purchase of the home, while government-backed loans may require it. This would be an additional cost to the seller, and even if the buyer wishes to pay for it, it's just one more thing that sellers have to deal with. If I were in the seller's position, I'd want to limit my risk on my home sale falling apart. I would take a cash deal or a conventional loan over an FHA or VA loan any day of the week if I have the option. So my first recommendation to you is just pay cash. Now, if you don't have that luxury of paying cash, go with a conventional loan before a government-backed loan. Now, another reason why you may be losing your bids is because you have too many contingencies. Once again, if a seller has the leverage with multiple offers on the table, they're going to do what's in their best interest and go with other offers which favor them. The more contingencies you have, the worse your offer will look. Now, some contingencies you'll have no control over. Your loan type or your loan offer may require you to have certain contingencies in place. For example, let's say you have a home to sell before purchasing and your loan officer says you don't qualify to float 2 mortgages. You'll have what's known as a home sale contingency. You need to sell your home before you can purchase another one. Typically, you'll do your best to line up both transactions very close to each other or even on the same day. However, this scares many sellers because they don't know anything about your buyer. Many questions will go through their heads. Are they solid? What's the financial situation look like? What are the terms of the contract? Do they need to sell their home? And if so, how solid is that buyer? You see how complicated things can get? One contingency can create a domino effect. No seller wants that kind of baggage if they can avoid it. Now, whether you're the buyer or the seller, contingencies are placed to protect you. It's always best to have as many contingencies as possible so you aren't stuck purchasing something you aren't happy with. However, like I said, the more contingencies you have, the worse your odds are. If you're in a position where you have required contingencies due to your loan type, you may want to consider other contingencies that you can waive. I know it may not be the most ideal situation, however, there are times where you've got to weigh your pros and cons. And if you need help with that, let me know. I'd be more than than happy to help you. I take the consultative approach when it comes to working with my clients, and I focus on the big picture of how your life looks after moving into your new home. I can help consult which contingencies may be worth cutting and which ones are dire necessities. This way you can make a comfortable and confident decision when you're placing your offer. And at the end of the day, what my client says goes. You're the final decision maker and will never be pressured into a situation when you're working with me and my team. So if you or anyone you know is looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, leave a comment, send me an email, shoot me a DM through Instagram, and I'd be happy to help you with that any way I can. Now, the fourth reason why your offers may be getting rejected is because of your team. Piggybacking off my last example, I'll start with an example of a loan officer. Every agent has connections and preferred vendors. And as for me, I've personally used all my referrals for my own personal purchases. I have a great relationship with my preferred loan officer, my buddy Sly from Finance of America, and he and his team of experts are complete rock stars. Rates are incredible, they're always accessible, and when I have a client in a tough spot, he can expedite for a quick close, and trust me, timelines make or break deals. I've had him close on homes in 2 weeks when other loan officers have told me they needed 4 to 6. He and his team has gave my clients a leg up on a lot of my deals. And with what they're capable of doing, he saved me a lot of money when I refinance my home too. So if you're in the market for a lender, whether you're purchasing, refinancing, or an agent needing a referral, I'm telling you, contact my guy Sly. He is the go-to lender. And just throwing this out there too for the record, this is not a paid sponsorship by him or Finance of America. There's nothing in it for me. I simply believe that great people deserve shout outs and recognition. His contact information is in the description. So going back to what I was saying, in a seller's market, sellers are generally looking for quick turnaround times so they can lift contingencies when they're on the buy side of a transaction. If the loan officer you've chosen cannot provide a quick enough timetable, you may want to consider someone who can meet the market's demands. You as the client need to make sure that your team is on point and no one is stopping you from getting your next home. You also want to make sure that they're not forcing you to compromise somewhere else. Example being price. Don't go up in price to buy yourself more time from the seller. Your team works for you. Make sure everyone's on the same page. The same could be said about your real estate attorney and your real estate agent. Make sure everyone is meeting your needs and your expectations and is capable of handling the complexities of this real estate market. Now, the last reason why your offers may be getting rejected is simply because you are not ready. It may sound harsh, however, these are conversations that we have to have with clients sometimes. Everything I've mentioned about contingencies in a seller's market can be a rough go for buyers, and if you're not in a position to compromise, you're either not ready to purchase a home from a personal standpoint or a financial one. Maybe consider taking some time to do what you gotta do. Whether it's to improve your credit to qualify for that conventional loan, save more cash to pay the difference between the appraised value. Whatever it looks like, it may be worth it to you in the long run. So that's all I've got for you on this one. However, before you go, let me know in the comments. Are you struggling to find a home in this market? And if you found a home, what was your experience like? Share your story as well as this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to check out these videos that I've got linked on the screen for you, and I'll see you on the next video.